I notice a certain symmetry about this moment. It's late, I'm at the airport. The big life change, the uncertainty, it's out there. But once again, I didn't make it as a teacher in DC. I wrote a long blog explaining why and what happened out there. In summary, classroom management in the type of classroom environments out there is very difficult. I didn't demonstrate an ability to do it effectively. Simple as that. And instead of going back through all of that again, I want to focus on what that means for me and where I'm going from here. Kind of more of a looking forward type of thing. But just starting here, one thing that I'm constantly aware of now is just how much I've let Leah down. The biggest appeal, really, of the DC Teaching Fellows and of doing something like this was that I would be able to use this to support Leah and I while she finishes pharmacy school. I could do something that I would enjoy while making enough to support both of us and keep us in a very favorable financial position. And now that that's not happening, it's exactly the opposite. It's a very precarious financial situation. And really, that's the worst part for me of this whole thing. I mean, that's the thing that keeps coming back to me and keeps making me feel the absolute worst. Is did I let Leah down? I mean, she's working incredibly hard, bouncing all over the place up there, and this was kind of my one responsibility. And so, I mean, I just, it's to the point where I don't really want to see her that much when I get back, because I'm ashamed, because I don't know how to face her. I can't say to her, this is why it's going to be okay, here's what I'm going to do, because I don't have that yet. I'm working on it, but I don't have anything certain. All I can give her is uncertainty, and I've given her a lot of that, for most of our relationship. And so, I mean, so it's really kind of disappointment in myself, I guess, and I mean, that's also compounded because of the expectations. I feel I'm not meeting hers, and then ever since I was young, I was told, I'd succeed, that I was gonna do, great things. I mean, not be president or anything like that, but that I would accomplish something, that I would, my effort would be worthwhile. And I now have a quarter of a century behind me, and I've accomplished absolutely nothing noteworthy. And it's just, I was told I was smart. I was heard, Ryan's very smart. That's what people said to other people about me. So I was told to go to college. So I went to college. And I have a Bachelor's of Science in a field I was told I excel at, math. But nobody told me what to do after that. So now I'm here with no real direction. I don't really have a bearing of any sort. Because I have a degree in a respected field, but I can't use it to get myself anything. I don't know enough about programming to get a job as a programmer. I don't know enough about engineering to get a job as an engineer. My degree is basically a sample platter that has only really prepared me to choose a main course in grad school, you know? My family is proud of those things, though. I mean, is proud of the degree and, you know, the fact that I keep trying, but, I mean, I don't know, I don't think they realize, maybe they do, you know, maybe they do, but they don't, I've never really had to try that hard to succeed at school. I mean, there's been very specific periods where I tried, you know, or I struggled, but they didn't last very long, really. Overall, school in general was something I walked right through, and I did well. I did quite well. So I just assumed innate talent was enough. And this goes back all the way back. I barely tried at all when I was young. In elementary school, all the way through. The only time I actually failed was when I just decided not to do it at all. Like when I decided 10th grade honors English was not worth my time, so I just stopped doing it. I mean, but that means that right now for me, I'm only just learning what it means to try to put your being into something and still not accomplish it. To try and fail. And it hurts. Like, because I can feel the eyes upon me that people know that I'm trying. And I've always succeeded before, so I'll succeed again, right? But, I mean, this happened, and so I have to actually ask, am I up to the task? I mean, what if my family's expectations and the pride they've invested in me for decades, what if it's something I can't live up to? So, I mean, all that goes through, and I wonder, look at myself, you know, after everything that's happened so far, I realize I'm not discouraged, and that's strange and new for me, because usually with any sort of failure, and, you know, even minor things, anything I expect to succeed at, if I fail, I feel like just giving up. I feel like, well, it didn't work out, so I'm not even gonna bother. And that means I usually sink into a depression, and it doesn't really take long before I start thinking about, like, killing myself. That pops into my head as an option. And I mean, there's been a few where, like, I do a lot of uncertainty, where I even plan to. I mean, that's happened a couple of times where, you know, I think that's probably the answer. But not this time, right? Surprisingly, even with the degree and the sheer magnitude of this particular failure, I'm not depressed. I'm disappointed in myself and the situation, certainly. And I get pangs of worthlessness, but they don't linger for days or even hours. I'm able to think through them. They hit, and I'm already thinking about, you know, well, what does that mean I'm going to do? In real practical terms, actually. And I mean, yeah, killing myself occurred to me because at this point it's like an ingrained response. And as I thought about that option a little bit, it just wasn't appealing. As I went back and forth with it, I actually said out loud, but I don't want to die. And that's huge for me. That's big. And a lot of that change, a lot of this different sort of response is probably thanks to the medication I started taking. I started taking Paxil. I mean, I made the choice to, and I sought it out. I was like, I need to make a change in my life. But at the same time, I like to think some part of it is due to a change actually in myself. That maybe this daring endeavor I undertook, actually putting myself out there and just saying, I'm going to do this thing, even though it didn't work out like I wanted, just doing it gave me a taste for trying something challenging. I mean, maybe that's made all the difference. Because now I want to try something else, That feels like the answer to me. The correct response is to try something else. Because I still feel like I gained things out of it. And a lot of people have been telling me, I keep saying failure. I mean that in the sense that I failed to achieve my end objective. I don't mean that in a low self-esteem type of way. I myself am not a failure yet. But I failed at this. I did try, and I'm not giving up. But I failed to achieve my objective. So when I keep saying that, just know that that's what I'm talking about.